Fire, smoke, we got smoke, we got smoke, we got smoke somewhere. We got updates. Engine is kind of fully dressed. We got new water pump, pulleys are painted. We have our pick and eyes hooked up, clutches on, inside the truck. Pretty much all I think we have to do now is just line that transmission up, send that in, and then we'll just start hooking up like the exhaust, wiring, fuel, all that, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's send her in. It's gonna work. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Okay, you watching all the wiring?
Yeah, you're Gucci. Yeah, you're good.
Go south on it maybe a little bit.
You don't got much more room for the clutch with that out.
You got room?
Down.
I feel like we're crooked a little bit. Maybe not. No, we're good. Never mind.
You go down there and line stuff up?
Yeah, I think what's gonna have to happen is you're gonna have to go down there with a floor jack. Let's see, we gotta go south now, huh? Yeah, you gotta get a floor jack in there, you gotta jack the transmission up. All right, here's where we're at. Engine is lined up with the transmission. It's all mated together. We gotta go and get all these bolts tightened. Robert's getting 9/16, and we're gonna tighten all the bell housing bolts. Then I gotta get the clutch linkage all set up again, and then we'll start throwing ancillaries on. This is sweet. This has come a very long way. I did not expect to be doing all this work to this thing, but we're here now. We're almost done. It should be sweet. I really hope my free Tweaker 350 runs. I think it will, but we'll find out. I think we'll probably crank it over for a little bit first to try and build up some oil pressure, and then we'll kind of really hear what's going on inside that thing once we start cranking on it. So, anyway, I'm getting back to work. All right, updates for you guys. Robert is putting in the driver's side header. Hopefully we can sneak it through there. Get mad at it. Oh! Oh! You're close.
What am I stuck on?
Everything. Clutch linkage.
Okay.
Do we need to lift the engine up? I'll try lifting the engine up, see how that goes. Oh, it's down. Here we go up. Nice and easy. Up.
Okay, let down on the motor.
Hold up. You're crushing the header. Go back up.
You got more?
Come on down.
Down?
Yep. Okay.
It's all the weight off.
So, okay, we're lined up. That was a pain in the ass. Now we gotta do the other side.
Yep. I think the other side's gonna be easier.
All right. Headers are installed. We got some boom tubes. That was the ultimate pain in the ass. We got them in. Ugh, here's the other side, kind of hard to see. All the headers are bolted in and installed. Now we have, let's see, carburetor, wiring, and all the pulleys and stuff on the front of this thing. Those headers, not worth it. We should have put manifolds on it, but we had the headers and they were in the truck when we pulled it in the shop, so I decided to reuse them. Never again. Those suck. We had to pull all the clutch linkage back off. We had to lift the engine all the way up again. Not fun at all, but we got them in. They're bolted in. Now we just got to work on electrical stuff.
Yay!
This is turning into a major project. This is supposed to be like a 2-day deal, and we're on end of day 2. It's going to roll into day 3, I think, but hopefully she makes some fire tomorrow. So that's where we're at. We'll see you guys in the morning. All right, this is day 3. Quick update or recap of what we did yesterday. Motor is in, headers are installed. Now what me and Rob are gonna do is time this engine. We're gonna put the distributor in it, and we're gonna find top dead center compression stroke. And I've got a pretty cool trick of how we're gonna do this. So Robert, you're gonna put your finger on the #1 piston. We already have the spark plugs out. And I'm gonna rotate this engine until the compression tries to blow his finger off. Like you're gonna feel air pushing past on his finger. And then right when that stops and it starts pulling his finger towards the hole, we're gonna stop. And that is true top dead center, or it's gonna get us close on there. It's basically gonna make sure that we are not 180 degrees out on our timings. I'm gonna start rotating. Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Is it pushing air?
Nope.
Back it.
No, it is.
Ready?
Yep.
Is that pushing air?
Yep.
So it's pushing air on you and then it quit, right?
Yep.
Okay, so timing mark is right there. There's 0 right here. So go a little bit more. So there is 0 degrees, top dead center compression stroke. Now, let's go ahead and get that distributor. We'll stick it in there. We'll point the cap towards #1, and that should have us all timed up. Okay, here we go. There, so that went in there. So see how our cap is totally off? We need to get the cap over here. Actually, the distributor's in backward. I guess it doesn't really matter, but we got a ton of this going on, which is fine. So we need to basically turn the oil pump a little bit. Let's see. So if we take this out, spin this back. Oh, it's close. Just not exactly where it needs to be though. Dang it. So close. There it is. Got it. So now, rotor is pointing towards there. We have a lot of adjustment here too for our vacuum advance. Let's get, there should be a little, yep, here's our little piece right here. That's gonna lock the distributor in. Okay. Leave it just a little bit loose, that way we can adjust on it. Now, El Capo. Oh yeah, she's a little dirty. We might want to go ahead and rebuild on this a little bit. We'll get the blow nozzle and we'll just blow it out. Sure. Probably work until it doesn't. See, it's got a little notch in there. Okay, so it goes right there, the little notch. That. There it goes. And they're good now. For some reason I feel like this is backwards. I feel like the vacuum advance should be over there. But it appears like everything's good. Okay, small update. I switched the vacuum advance to the passenger side. I think that's the correct way to do it. Everything else seems really happy now. So let's see, our rotor, I want to say it's this one right here. Should be direct across, or pretty close. Yep, so this is, we'll make this one #1. Lock this in. Do you have a little paint marker? We'll mark that. Make a quick mark here. This is #1. Just like that, easy enough. And then we got our firing order right here. So 1, 8. So this is going to be 8. Okay, that's all I need to mark. Now we know that that's the way it goes. So now I lock this thing in good enough. So the distributor drive is what gives us oil pressure. So I wanted to put that in. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to get a battery, crank this thing over, see if we can build some oil pressure in this engine without all the plugs in it, so it's building no compression. And hopefully it'll spin a little bit faster, we can build some oil pressure, Then once we see that, we'll put some plugs in it and see if we can get some bark off. Clean-ish ground. Ow, take your skin off. That's good. Yeah, I need a wrench too, half-inch wrench. Okay. That'll get her nice and tight on there, gets a good ground. Nice. I'll tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've had electrical issues and it's just a bad ground. Every single time. Bad ground. Okay, we'll have to do a fire test here in a sec. Now, we'll just leave this thing loose for now and see if we get massive sparks. Just leave that like that for a second. Fire test.
Something does catch on fire.
Just make sure we got no smoke in the cab. Why don't you go check the cab?
Nothing yet.
Okay, cables aren't getting crazy hot. No smoke. I'll zip this guy down then. Ish. So that way we can get it off if there's an emergency. No, we're perfect. So, let's think about this. Probably something to do with all these wires that are wired up. It looks like. Where'd those wires go? Oh, they're like
Oh, that's smart.
Did we get any power after that?
Touch it?
Touching it.
Yep.
You got dash lights now?
We got something going. Ring.
Now is it off?
Yep. Yep.
Did you get any dash lights or anything? Are the lights pulled back?
Now they are.
Oh, now the lights work. We got headlighted.
Nice.
It's this wire, the power wire. I'm just curious. This is gonna be a learning experience, but we're gonna see if this wire right here, I think it goes from the power to the alternator and comes back into here. I'm just gonna put it to the battery for now because obviously we have nothing hooked up here, and then we're gonna see if it cranks over with this wire. We're just gonna monitor it and see what happens.
Fire. Smoke. We got smoke. We got smoke. We got smoke somewhere.
Pull the wire back.
Okay. Something started smoking.
Where? Oh yeah, we have smoke. Okay. Hello. Smoky wires, let the smoke out. We might have to redo some wiring here.
Yay! I always love that.
I know. It's weird. It's like when I turned the ignition over, it tried to turn the windshield wipers on. Well, let's bust the lone wolf out. All right.
And you just touch that to the.
I'm just gonna jump that one wire and just see if it wants to crank over once I jump it. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so the motor turns over. We got the power probe on it. That's how we got it to kind of manually turn over. The wiring is just jacked in this old truck. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own wiring, and I'm gonna actually put a manual oil pressure gauge on this thing now since we have oil in it. We have the distributor in it to pump that oil. I'm gonna get a gauge on it and we'll see if we can build some oil pressure in this thing before we try and have it bark off. I've got just a cheapy manual oil pressure gauge. I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up to the back of this thing just to make sure we're building oil pressure before we try and get it to fire up. Okay, see if we can make some noise. Wire's getting warm.
We are building no oil pressure.
It will.
It's gonna take a little bit.
I think it will take a little bit because we had everything empty.
Oh, and it's got to pump it all the way through the filter and up.
Oh wow!
We went
Check
way up. We
that
got
out.
a lot of oil pressure.
60 psi. That's freaking awesome. Ready again?
Yep. Right about 45. Hold
Heck
on.
yeah.
It's good.
Dude, she's gonna rip.
Yep. Okay. I'm 100% confident it's gonna run.
Yeah, it's gonna run.
It's gonna run. So, spark plugs and wires.
Yep, we can do spark plugs and wires now. So that's good news, guys. So we have good oil pressure. I'm gonna start by putting all these plugs in here. I found the wire that actually makes this thing turn on. It's right here. Goes underneath, behind me, all the way over to that, and it's wire nutted together. So I stuck this guy on the battery just to see, and makes spark, or a little bit, but everything turns on now, and we don't have any smoke yet. So I think that's probably what we needed to do, huh? You said the stereo works?
We have the stereo working. We have both blinkers. Yeah, everything.
This makes more sense too, this really thick gauge wire.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense to me.
Nothing else lights up.
It's
Besides.
just weird what they have this hooked to.
Is it?
Just funky. See, we never got the stereo to light up before, did we?
No, it didn't light up.
Yeah. I wonder if this thing cranks over now with that.
With the key? Should we try it?
Try and crank it, just see. Anything? Nothing? Okay, so stop. She's got a little bit of a gallop. A little bit of a gallop. Current situation, we have got all of our wires hooked up, plugs are in, we're cranking it over, we got good oil pressure, it's got a little bit of a gallop, so I guess we'll see what that does. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get the HEI wired up to hot, we're gonna get a carburetor on this thing, just to see if we can get it to bark off, and then if it runs, then we'll start doing the rest of this stuff to get it all back together. Status update for you guys. We went ahead and we cleaned up the engine bay wiring. Before I was using a little wire to actuate the starter. So we went ahead and I found the main wire that goes to the firewall, got that hooked up, cleaned up the wiring in the back behind the starter. It now turns over with the key. All right. We're making progress, and it makes great oil pressure, which is cool. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna keep working on this. We have this Mr. Gasket carburetor adapter to go from a spread bore to a square bore. So I'm gonna get that on there, get the Elbrock carb sitting, I don't know where we put it. Oh, it's right there. Hopefully that thing's good. The thing was sitting in the truck when we got it.
Is she open?
Yeah, she might send. We had a full rebuild kit for that thing too sitting in there. So worst comes to worst, we can rebuild that guy. But we're getting very close. All the engine mounts are bolted in. Like I said, the wiring now turns on with the key. And I'm not sure if I showed it, but in one of the previous clips, we had some smoke coming out of the dash, and it was the windshield wiper motor was shorting out in the ignition. So we actually replaced that entire switch, and it seems to be okay now. I can't really see any damaged wires. I'm hoping that it was coming from the motor itself. But we'll keep moving forward. I'm gonna go ahead and get that carburetor on there, and we'll spray some magic juice in there and see if we can get the fire up. Carburetor. Move our oil pressure gauge. It's actually not that bad. It has almost full engagement. All right, moment of truth. We're gonna give it a little bit of spritz and see if it does something. Add a gear. See if it does something. Crank it. Oh yeah, she's gonna run. Yeah, she gonna run.
Oh yeah. All right.
I think we got the timing right too.
Yeah. It started shooting shit out the exhaust though.
Did it?
Oh, so something sounded like it hit the ground. It might have just been it banging around out
Hopefully it's not got a big rod knock.
Really good sign. I'm happy.
Dude, she barked right off.
Barked right off. That was like one turn of the key. It was fun.
All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get the exhaust hooked up on it because I don't like loud things. It's just one of my things. I don't like loud, nasty. You can't hear what's going on. So we'll hook up the exhaust and then we'll probably see if we can get it to bark off a little bit more without hooking up the radiator system because it kind of sounded a little funky there, like it almost had a rod knock. But Look at the exhaust, see what it really sounds like. All right, ready to give her a crank, bud?
Yep.
Got the exhaust all hooked up, ready to go. At least we're not open headers anymore.
Yeah. Hopefully there's no rod knob.
I know.
You want to see if there's any dead animals that come out of the back?
We'll see in a second. Okay, go. Oh, she sounds good, actually. That sounds actually really good.
Let me try again.
Hold on one second. Okay. Go again. All right. Let me back the timing off a little bit. No, I think you need to back it off a little bit. I think it's pretty far advanced. Retard. Oh, that's a little bit. That's a lot of retard. Okay. Try that. Okay. We just need to get some gasoline to this thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Try that. Oh yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, she sounds good.
Nothing came out.
Runs good enough.
What?
What do we got?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Nada. I was a little smashed.
Darn.
Well, let's hook fuel up to this freaking thing. How far do you want to go with the build? Do you want to like put the shit back on the front and like a radiator in it and all that and like run it? Or do you want to just hook fuel up to it and see it bark for like 5 seconds?
How much longer is the radiator go? We have the radiator,
Mm-hmm.
and
we have the hoses.
And it's 2 hoses. It's nothing.
Yeah.
I say we just go the extra mile, put the radiator in it. I mean, it bolts in right.
Okay.
So, and it's sitting outside. We just need coolant and then
Coolant and a fuel pump,
we got a fuel pump.
and then we need to put belts on it too.
Oh, all the pulleys.
That's not that much though. We have the alternator sitting over here somewhere. Where's the Oh, it's right here. That's a good spot for it. So we have the alternator.
Where does that one go?
It goes over there somewhere, but we have all the old engine. It goes right here. We could have a belt.
Yes.
We have a belt. That'll help us. So we need to take this off, because that's where our alternator, it bolts right here. So it goes from the top to there. That's where that bolts. We can actually bolt the alternator on it.
There's only one. No, there's only one belt, yeah?
No, there's 2. 3.
3?
Yeah, and then we got to get the power steering pump bolted back on it too. And it's sitting over there.
Where does that bolt to now?
I took pictures of it before I took it apart.
Okay.
Okay, we need all these too, all those things. We're making another O'Reilly's run. O'Reilly's.
Freaking why not?
Okay. Are you more excited to make it run now?
Yes.
Okay.
I want it to work now. Like,
Okay.
It's like I'm jonesing for it.
Okay. Major update on the truck. Fan shroud is in. All of the water hoses are plumbed. We're filling her up with coolant. Next thing we have to do is fuel pump. We got one of those little clicky clacks from O'Reilly's. Throw that in there, and we should be making fire here soon. That's the plan, at least.
That's, yeah, theoretically.
What I think we're gonna do, since I don't trust that fuel tank in the back of the truck, I think we're gonna run it out of a can now, just to make sure we have clean fuel running to this thing. I don't wanna pour fuel in the tank and then have a bunch of rust and gunk and old fuel come up out of it. So we're gonna go ahead, just a little bit of a boat tank or something small, and run it straight to the carb. Should work really good. Is it leaking anywhere?
I don't see it. No. It seems pretty sound. I mean, other than the.
I don't see any.
Got to close, but
I don't see any leaks yet. We'll see it when it warms up, though.
yeah, stuff starts expanding.
I also went ahead and got truck vacuumed out a little bit. Didn't wipe any of the gauges down yet. It's still super dusty, but got most of the gunk and crap.
How much gas is in the Range Rover tank that you took out?
I don't know. We should go find out.
Yeah, because we could just use that. It'd be nice and easy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Electric fuel pump's wired up. Carburetor's on. I still have to do these two vacuum lines. I got to block those off. We have keyed power. We got spark. We know it has spark, I guess. I'll repeat myself. Now, stick that on there. Okay. I'm just hoping this carb isn't jacked, because we found it in the cab of this thing, so we'll find out if it's worth it down or not. We'll give it keyed power first and let the pump run. I'll let you hop in there, run the key.
You want me to throw the vacuum things off first?
I just want you to run the key and see if our carburetor is gonna float. Do the float things. Just turn it to on. Okay, we have pumpage. No fuel yet. There it goes. I just heard it pick up. Okay, we have fuel. Let's just see if we start overflowing the bowls. I think we're good.
Alright.
Hold up, don't do nothing yet. We're not. We have accelerator pump. Yeah. Oh, we got squirter. Yeah. Yeah, we got a bunch of squirter, so we're good there. I don't see any leaks at the carb. Whoa. Everything appears normal. Give it a shot and get ready to shut her down. Okay, go. Hopefully our battery isn't dying. I'll be sad.
I think our battery is dying.
Is it? Come on. Okay. Oil pump. Come on. Okay, there we go. Give it a shot. Let me close some of these vacuum ports. Both vacuum ports are plugged off. Give it a shot. Hold up. We'll give it just a taste of starter fluid. Okay. Shouldn't need it, but okay. Try that. Okay. It runs.
It runs.
Woo. She's backfiring though, like it's got a burnt valve.
Yeah.
I just wonder why. So, fire it up again. to shut it down. Shut her down. Dang it, I think she's got a burnt valve. That
We're
sucks.
smoking a little bit.
Yeah, it's from the headers, burning all the paint off.
You know?
Dang it. It runs so smooth. I guess that's what I get. Every single $20 350 that I buy is always blown up.
I wonder why.
It does run though, kind of.
Runs it and drives. May have a missed valve.
Or a burnt valve.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's doing that. It's like,
You know, we could pull the valve covers.
we should open up that door and just fire it up for a second and just see if it quits.
Okay. Do we want to push it outside?
I don't hear any weird ticking or nothing weird.
I feel like it had a burnt valve.
That's what I would think. Yeah, well, but that ain't good. I wonder if it's charging. Just turn the key. We'll see if it's We'll see if it's charging. It's charging. Oh, it's cleaning up.
I wonder if it just has a little bit of carbon buildup.
I don't know. That's a lot. Look how much it's smoking. Why?
How much is smoking?
It's got a lot of fuel in it. Unless I got a plug wire on wrong.
Yeah, we could be just missing a cylinder.
Well, dang it. It does run. Got to fire it up. But unfortunately, something is jacked up bad. Unless I have a plug wire on wrong.
Internally.
Which could be a thing.
I mean, it could be, yeah. But it was a little bit of guesstimating.
Because maybe it's like hitting late or something.
Late on stuff, or we're off, or timing's off.
That's what I'm saying, like the timing's off. Like I got a plug wire on wrong or something.
Yeah, or we need
We'll have to go
back. Because if it's hitting, well, I mean, even if it was hitting late though, wouldn't it still?
There's just a lot of fuel in there too. Like it's hitting late. Something.
What would predate?
Right.
Well, because it would come, and then it's on the exhaust stroke. So it's probably hitting wrong.
I might have a plug wire on wrong. We have a little bit of an update here. I think I might have some plug wires on wrong. So number 2, right here, should go to 1. What the hell is this? Maybe this is wrong. Because this is number 1. So number 1,
Wait.
right here.
Yep.
So let's swap this one. Okay, so now we have 1, 2. Okay. Number 8 goes to number 8 all the way at the end. Eight goes to the end. The next one is 4, which is this one. This one. This is 4, and it goes right here, supposedly. 4, 3, which is this one. Correct, yep, that's 3. 5 I have going to the third one back, yep. 5, 7. It's going to the all the way back one, and then 2. That should be right.
Okay. Should we try?
We should try. I'm gonna make sure I get the hell out of the way.
Okay.
Maybe that diagram I had was freaking wrong. Who knows? We'll find out though if it's gonna freaking pop or bang or sputter. Get ready to turn the key off real fast.
This is going to get wicked.
Well, she's gonna make a lot of popping and banging noises if we're wrong. Hold on, don't crank it yet. Let me get this tight-ish. Crank it. Yeah! Why'd you shut it off?
Oh.
Crank it! She runs, and she's hitting on all 8. That's freaking awesome. All right, Robert, set her down, set her down.
Gosh.
Is that awesome or what?
Having no hopes coming into this, yes, it's awesome.
$20 350. Yanked it out of a junkyard, threw it in there, it runs. It's freaking awesome. Okay, we're gonna wrap the video up right here. I have a lot of cleanup to do. I will get the thing to move. We know the transmission works, the clutch works. I know all the brakes they work. If you guys want to see it in another video, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be making a bunch more videos on this truck. As always, if you have any questions, throw it down in the comment section. If you saw something I could have done differently or whatever I messed up, throw it down there. I'd like to know about it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. You didn't think we'd end the show without a burnout, did ya?